everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to my playthrough. I'm back in Satisfactory. And yeah, we are in the stage of creating the last space elevator part. So that's what we went over last time in my last video. We went over the last three phase elevator parts. Sorry, not phase, space elevator parts. So yeah, the last three space elevator parts that we built were where is it? Yes, assembly director system. That's the first one. And the second one was the magnetic field generator, which was the most simplistic space elevator part. Assembly director system was pretty complex, but magnetic field generator was extremely simple. And then the third one was, where did it go? Thermal propulsion rocket, the most complex space elevator part. And we did that. So today, I spent the last week spending time on making nuclear pasta. So as we discussed, like pressure conversion cube, pretty simple. There is only one recipe, so I don't even have to worry about anything. All I have to do is do this one recipe, and that's good. Sorry, nuclear pasta. And yeah, there is only one recipe, so all I have to do is do this one thing, and that's good. As I mentioned, I like to have this as one. All the space elevator parts that I have done so far, I have kept it at one. So that is pretty good. And with this, I needed like one pressure conversion cube and 200 copper powders. So pressure conversion cube, pretty simple. It is at one. I needed one fuse modular frames and two radio control unit, which is what I worked on, and it is there. So yeah, so let me just go over the recipes. Yeah. So I worked on one fuse modular frame. I already had a blueprint, so I just plopped that down. The two radio control units, I had a blueprint, but it was set at three. So the blueprint made three radio control units, so I just reduced it to two. So with that, this was fairly simple. Now the next part, which is the copper powder. This needs 200 copper powder. So if you just take a look at it, copper powder, just to make 50 copper powder, I need 300 copper ingots. So just 100 of this needs 600 copper ingots, and I need 200 of this. So I needed 1200 copper ingots. But this is very simple. Yes, the numbers are huge. I need lots of copper. I need to convert that to copper ingot, and I need this copper powder. Yes, the numbers are huge, but it is simple. So since copper ingot I needed in vast amounts, so there are a total of 5 recipes that I can use to make copper. I have 2 more alternate recipes which are just pending in the research station over there. So I have already checked all of those, and the best ratio that I can get out of copper ore is this one, the pure copper ingot recipe, which uses copper ore, puts in some water, and I get copper ingot. So this is like 1:2.5 ratio. Basically says 6 copper gives me 15 copper ingots, 6 copper ore gives me 15 copper ingots. So that's massive. So that is what I use since I needed vast amounts of copper ingot. And yeah, I produced the copper ingot necessary for the copper powder. So using these recipes, I was able to make the particle accelerator. So yeah, so with that, let's just go over the factory. And last time, so this one, all of these factories over here was the third space elevator part. So as we can see, it's huge, it's complex, it's chaotic, it's nice. The next one, as I mentioned, it is pretty simple. So this is the fourth space elevator part factory. I was fortunate, like I did not plan this, but this area that I had designated for space elevator factory production was perfect. Like everything perfectly fit, and it's nice. I was thinking that it'll be a lot huge. Like I will have to build much larger factories, and I won't be able to complete it with how much I have used over here. I was thinking it'll be a lot more taller than that. But still, this is pretty nice. As long as it's above the railway station over here, like it's taller than the railway station, right? So I'm pretty happy with that. So with that, this is the factory for the fourth and final space elevator part. And with that, I mentioned, so this is one blueprint and that is one blueprint. So only 2 blueprints were needed to make pressure conversion cubes. So the pressure conversion cube is being made over there. And I'm getting the output of fused modular frames, which is 1 per minute, which is going over there. And the second output is 2 radio control units, which is going in there. So with that, I'm getting 100% efficiency in production of pressure conversion cube, which is going all the way to the other side to make nuclear pasta. So yeah, let's go over the blueprints. So I had these two blueprints, radio control units, which just took some quartz, plastic, rubber, deuterium ore, aluminum casing, but it made 3 radio control units. I just reduced that to 2. And this one makes 1.2 fuse modular frames. So I just reduced and made it to 1 fuse modular frame per minute. So it was pretty easy. So these are the 2 blueprints. Pretty simple. Now for copper powder, I used pure copper ingot recipe, so I had to put in lots of refineries. And the input that it's getting, I made sure it's perfectly balanced. As long as the input here, it's getting 600 copper ore, that's what it needs, right? 600. So 30 times 4, 120 times 2, no, 240 copper ore. So as long as it gets that, it's able to perfectly balance it and send it to all the refineries. I was thinking, let me not balance it, let me just serially put everything, but I did not like it. I did not feel like it. So I just perfectly balanced it. Once it enters the system, everything is perfectly balanced. So pretty nice, nothing to worry about. And this entire thing, all the refineries, is just making one single thing, which is copper ingots. And all the copper ingots output comes here, finally into these 2 constructors, which are overclocked. So one of these makes 100 copper powder, the other makes another 100, and everything goes out. So pretty simple. There is absolutely nothing complicated in this. Extremely simple, and yeah, everything is working. And then similar to last time, I bought all the inputs over here. Very similar to last time, I just arranged everything in a line, but this time it was a lot simpler since the factories are simple, and I did note down everything, whatever was there, so that I don't forget it later. And then yeah, this is the notes section that I mentioned. I have noted this down, like how much copper, iron, etc. was needed, right? So all of these were noted down. As we can see, let's forget this copper, right? That is not required, but the rest, all of these is pretty small compared to, like, this is the final space elevator part, like the 4th space elevator part, and you just need like 235 iron, 90 limestone, 90 casings, some rubber, some plastic, some titanium quartz. So it's actually not that complicated when you put it into perspective in terms of number of what you need to make it. Of course, if you are like aiming for 10 nuclear pasta per minute or something like that, of course the numbers will become huge. But if you're just aiming for 1 nuclear pasta per minute, it's really not that, it's actually extremely easy to make. In that sense, that the devs have done a fantastic job of catering to the, the casual players like myself, who don't want to chase huge numbers, but still want to build factories. So it's nice like that. And also for people who really want to spend time and make huge factories, beautiful factories, they can also work on it, like get huge numbers. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, with that, so this was the factory, all the inputs I'm getting over here. There are still lots of resources which are just left over here. I'm not even using, by the way, like coal, by the way, I think I have used just one. There are still like 7 more belts left. So, and as we can see, there are so many things. Even as iron, copper is all left out. Like I think all 4 stations, like all 4 plates, only like, how much iron have I used? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have used 4 iron. There is still 4 more iron belts just left out, not being used at all. Honestly, I can use this for anything else in the future. Like any future factory that I plan to make, I can just take resources from here. I don't have to worry about much. And also there's so much water here. Yeah, water is also not an issue. So yeah, with that, all the resources are coming here, through here. So both, no, just the copper powder is coming through here. And this is where the pressure conversion cubes are coming. And by the way, this is the first time I have used this buildable. I had never used this conveyor wall mount. Never ever in my, I don't know how many hours playthrough, have I ever used conveyor wall mounts, and this was like the first time. I did not like the belts just dangling in air, so I just put some supports here. I was thinking of putting some foundation and like giving some support like these pillars, but I did not like it. Then I was like, wait, there's a wall mount. Can I put it on a pillar? And I just put it and it works. So that's looking pretty nice. That is my first time using that. So yeah, all the things are coming here, and it's going into this particle accelerator. So in my all the hours of playing this game, both in early access and 1.0, this is the first time that I have built a particle accelerator. Like in early access, I don't think I went past like tier 4 or something, tier 4 or tier 5. I did not go past that. And the 1.0 was the first major thing where I actually am doing everything. So this is the first time I'm looking at particle accelerator. I have seen these in like trailers and stuff. But yeah, this is pretty fun. Also, I have not turned it on. I wanted to turn it on while recording. So I'm really curious as to how this operates. So this has two inputs, one water input, one output. And as of now, I can only make three things over here. And none of these three things takes in a liquid input. So there, I might get some future recipe which takes in liquid input. I'm not sure. But yeah. So it only makes plutonium stuff, which makes sense. Like this is an advanced thing. So yeah. So it has already gotten all the resources, like so many of the pressure conversion cubes are waiting. So let's just go. And where am I going to power this? How am I going? Okay, this one. Sure. Let's see. Hello? Oh, it's still feeding. Never mind. It needs to get 200 copper powder. Oh, the loops are turning. This is so awesome. Oh, this is lit up already. Oh, completely. Okay. And slowly that spins up and lights up. Okay. So that powered up. Now the final one. Okay. This is... Wait, is that equivalent to... Oh, 60%? $75. Oh, okay. It stops a little bit earlier than 100%, but this is awesome. So slowly this ramps up and oh my god, everything powers up. Will I get struck if I'm in between here? No. I don't take damage. Okay. You know, it would be so funny if it just kills you. That would have been awesome. They could have made it. The devs could have made it like that. You know, the power thingy, like that one. What is it called? Is it in special? Maybe it's in power. The alien power augmenter. So that, if you go to the center of that, it just pushes you out at a tremendous force. I thought something similar would happen here. Maybe I will die or something. That would have been awesome. Okay. Nevertheless, this is awesome. But this building is awesome. Also, the sound this thing makes is really nice. Okay. Now let's check out the... Oh my god. Okay, I was thinking it would be a little bit more solid inside over there, the spear. Let's see. Nuclear pasta. Okay. I really like this model. This is how I was expecting all other models to be, to have some sort of like animation and something going on. But this like really looks like a final space elevator part. Like one of the most complicated. There might be more space elevator parts in the next phase, I'm not sure. But this phase is like, this is already towards the end of the game, right? So this really Looks nice. Like waves, patterns. Yeah, pretty nice. But yeah, so that's the final space elevator part. Nuclear pasta that is done. Um, and things are ramping up. Nuclear pasta and yeah, everything. So everything is pretty good. Everything is nice. The 4 space elevator part is done. This factory is looking amazing. So I was thinking, so before I built all of this, I was thinking I'll like cover this, like I'll make this sort of like a building, I'll put walls and everything. But now that I built all of these factories, I don't want to cover this up. This looks so amazing, like so chaotic, but at the same time extremely well organized. Like this looks so nice. I want to build some pathways and stuff to walk through these. I will do that. But that's the only thing. I will not be covering this up. All of this will be open. And also I really like this tower. This tower is right next to that tower, but it's a little smaller than that, so it's really nice. But at the same time, it doesn't like overshadow this part or even the central part because it's towards the side over here. So I really like how this thing looks. So yeah, everything is looking pretty nice. Yeah, one final thing about this, like right now, I don't have like any belts that can accommodate 1200 sorry, yeah, I don't have any belts which can accommodate 1200 ore per minute, but I think one of these ores that I am bringing in, I do need that belt. So for now, some things might not run at 100% efficiency, but it's fine. But I'm pretty sure in the next milestone or something, in the next phase, they will address that somehow. So I'm pretty sure that that'll be fine. But yeah, but with that, 4th space elevator part is done. Everything's looking amazing. It's awesome. I'm really happy how all of this turned out. I was really hesitant. I was really trying to plan a little bit more than necessary to make things work. But then at the end of like 2nd space elevator part is when I got the realization that it's actually not that complicated. Like making these are extremely simple. That's when you'll see like the 1st and 2nd space elevator part, you'll see the inputs and outputs are really messy. Like, look at this. This is like a, the snakes and ladders game. It's like that. Find where things start and find where things end. Like, you can't really find that. It's really like that. So it's really chaotic, but it has its own charisma. So that's nice. And even here, you'll see a little bit of that reflecting, but there is a lot more space here. So you won't feel that. But by the end of doing this, I came to a realization of how actually to make factories. And that's when in the 3rd space elevator part, even though this is the most complex one, it's so much more well organized and the inputs became such a breeze. Once I started following this like format of bringing in resources, it became so much easier. And 4th one was just a breeze. I was easily able to do it and complete this. So yeah, space elevator parts completed. And the factories are done. So with the next one, I will be just letting the game run for the next couple of hours so that things build up. I already have quite a bit of stuff built up, like assembly director system and magnetic field generator, but I do not have this propulsion rocket. I do not have the nuclear pasta. So I do need all of these things to be built up so that I can actually send them through to the space elevator. And I will send all of these at once, and we will unlock the next phase and go through all the milestones. I am really excited because this is like brand new area that I have not even seen like in the teasers and stuff, because I wanted to keep the suspense for myself. I have seen the trailers and all, but I have not watched like other YouTubers or streamers, etc. on the latest phase, like the last phase, etc. So yeah, this is pretty exciting. Even the particle generator was the first, this is the first time that I built it and experienced it. It's so awesome. I really like the sound, visual effects, animation, everything is awesome in that. I probably will just dabble with plutonium and stuff, uranium stuff, just because I want to build more of that, more of the particle accelerator. But yeah, with that, thank you everyone. See you guys in my next video. Bye.